Commissioners, and our candidate today is Alice Yano. Welcome to this session. We want to thank you for availing yourself. And we'll start by introductions. And today I'll start on my left. So I'll request the Honorable AG to introduce himself, and then we'll go around.
Very good morning, Madam.
Good morning.
Kehara Kariuki. I am the Attorney General, and I'm here by virtue of that office.
Pleasure.
Good morning, Wakili.
Good morning to you, sir.
My name is Mohammed Warsame, Judge of Appeal. Welcome.
Thank you, my lord.
Good morning, Wakili.
Good morning, Commissioner.
My name is Felix Koske. I represent the public. Welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning, colleague.
Good morning.
My name is Machari Njero. I represent the Law Society of Kenya as a commissioner with the JSC.
Thank you.
Good morning, Wakili.
Good morning.
My name is Olwande Evelyn. I'm a Chief Magistrate representing KMJA in the Commission. You are welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Council. My name is David Majanja, Judge of the High Court, and representing Kenya Magistrates and Judges Association as the male representative.
Thank you, my lord.
Morning, Council. I'm Patrick Shohi. I represent Public Service. Karibu.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Good morning, Council.
Good morning.
My name is Philomena Mbetemuilo. I represent the Supreme Court. I'm also the Deputy Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya.
Thank you, my lady.
And my name is Olive Mugeda, Commissioner representing the public. And we also have our Chief Registrar of Judiciary, Anna Madi.
Good morning, Council.
Good morning.
Yes, and also we have our Registrar, JSC, Frida Mukaya.
Thank you.
So please feel free to ask for clarification, please, if you are not sure about a question. And after 2 hours, we normally take a break. And our Chief Registrar will guide you where to have that rest, where to sit. So welcome to the interview. And I will start with the first question. Just looking at the profiles, you are the youngest candidate to apply for this job. And I really congratulate you for your big dream.
Thank you.
My question is, what informed you or your decision to apply for the CJ job? Just briefly, maybe 5-10 minutes.
Yes. Thank you very much, Chairperson. Yes, I'm one of the youngest in terms of application, but may say that I'm not the youngest in terms of experience. And why do I say so? I have a short, brief history. I was born in a family of almost 25 children, a polygamous family. I am the firstborn, and I became their leader when I was very young, taking care of them. Thereafter, I would want to give out my story. I was born and brought up in Nakuru. Later, I went to a primary school called Menengai Primary School in Rongai, Nakuru. I proceeded to Kipsigis Girls, then to Solian Girls, then to the University of Nairobi. Chairman, the issue of being young was manifested in me, that is leadership in me, when I was waiting to join the university in 1989. I was called to start a secondary school called Kirobon Secondary School, and I started it from the scratch. At that particular time, Chairman, I was only 21 years old, and I was the headmistress of that school. From there, Chairperson, I joined UON to pursue LLB. That was in 1989 up to 1992. And while at the university, I was made a class representative and also representative to the Senate. Issues of disciplinary issues affecting students, I was in charge at that particular time when I was in Parkland's campus. Still, I was very young.
Councillor, are you referring to any material? Because we prefer that you just talk to us without referring to any written notes.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you, Chair. I think I'm used to writing. That's a problem with advocates in court. From the University of Nairobi, Chairperson, I joined, we had a short stint outside. We couldn't join Kenya School of Law on time. We joined Kenya, we finished in 1992 and joined Kenya School of Law towards the end of 1994. It was a problem of the double intake. While I was in that limbo, I joined Kenya Industrial Estates, where I became the legal officer with attendant duties of drafting documentations, advising investors and all that. Then thereafter, Kenya School of Law, wherein I completed in 1995. After completion, I got married, moved to Eldoret, and set up a family. I am a mother of 2 children, grown-ups. Unfortunately, I lost my husband in 2012, but life has moved on. In Eldoret, I opened up Yano and Company Advocates. That was towards the end of 1996. And that is the law firm I still run up to date. Despite other engagements I've been getting from side to side, the main engagement that I've been running from 1996 to date is Yano and Company Advocates. While in Eldoret, we formed a group. We called ourselves the few, at least, enlightened women. We formed a group of about 6 ladies, and we said, what is it that we can give to the society? And the most important thing that we did is we came up with an NGO called RWIBIS, Rural Women Empowerment in Basic Services. And what did we do with this group? We realized that in the village, and especially Elgeyo Marakwet, our people were not very well economically endowed. And the majority of the affected were women and children. So that the moving factor was we had more of the mud hut houses, the grass thatched houses. And we made it a point to encourage our women to come together, to fundraise amongst themselves, and go towards ensuring that each and every family had a mabati house. And we were able to do so many. We would put the women together, we would encourage them, and then would link them with other NGOs for purposes of being funded. And that is a project that I'm still very proud of. And it is something that made me know that teamwork, you can be able to do a lot. Another issue that I did while in Eldoret was not really joining Maendeleo Wanawake. Maendeleo Wanawake for us, especially from the rural areas, was everything in terms of women and children, girl child. So in Eldoret, I now started to fully participate in the activities. And as you're talking right now, we've really been able to do a lot for the women in the village, encouraging them economically, socially, and even the issue that keeps on coming about FGM. Maendeleo ya Wanawake has really been able to do a lot, and especially from those regions where it's been prevalent for so many years. I think is a well-known issue, it's not a secret, that Elgeyo Marakwet at one time was considered the bedrock of FGM. But Maendeleo ya Wanawake, courtesy of the women who stood up, I included, went down and taught our women, our children, including our fathers, our brothers, that is a rite of passage that should be done away with. And right now, I'm happy to say that through those kind of initiatives like Maendeleo ya Wanawake, we've been able to do a lot. We even went as far as doing something that later we thought we should actually be able to sell to other places where FGM is very rampant. We came up courtesy of Dr. Susan Chebet, Moi University. She did a research on how is it that we can move, not only moving abruptly from FGM because there was lots of resistance. How is it that we massage the egos of these men who are insisting that these girls must go through FGM, of these women who think that without FGM they are not women? How do you massage their egos to feel, yes, we must do away with this thing, yet we don't do it in such a way that they go under the ground and still continue with the vice? The group came up with a project called Tumdonelel, and that project has really done wonders, wherein the girls don't go for the physical cut. What happens is when the schools close, the girls come all over from wherever they come from, their respective villages. They go into a school and they are taught modern way of doing things, hygiene, advice, hard work, how do you become a professor, that kind of thing. And it has worked wonders. And we are happy that Maendeleo not only has been able to economically empower the women on the ground, it has also done that.
Let me maybe refocus a little bit, Council.
Yes.
How have those experiences informed your decision to become CJ? That was the original question. What informed your decision to apply for the CJ job?
Thank you very much. When I look at it, really, when I was applying for this job, I looked at myself and I asked myself, Alice, do you think you can be able to do this job? And the answer was yes. Why? I have this team. I'm a hard worker. And I love to serve the public. And I was telling you, I give you the example of Maendeleo ya Wanawake. It is a matter of giving to the society. After all, we got from the society. How do I replicate that and make it even in a better way? So I thought by joining or applying for the position of CJ would be able to foster that one much more. I've told you how I opened this school, and I was not yet through because at one point I was called, before I came to do the work of the Constitution. The Constitution we have is a precursor of the Bomas Constitution, which is famously referred to as Yash Pal Guy's Constitution. Before I came to Nairobi to do the Constitution also, I was with Moi University Pension Scheme, and we were able to do a lot. No, sorry, it's the other way around. I came to Nairobi, I applied for the job to be one of the commissioners CKRC. I was taken in, and at that particular time, there was a lot of, it was around 2000, we were taken in 2000, but before that, we had a lot of problems in this country, political upheavals, and what came out from the people is we must have a constitution. So at that particular time, they advertised for that position. I applied for it, and we were taken in. We were from the Parliamentary Selection Committee group, that is through Parliament process. But we had another initiative from the civil society. And that initiative from the civil society came in a bit later, because there was some bit of undercurrent that the others from the civil society should not join the mainstream, in quotes, mainstream ones from Parliament. And when we were put in, there was a lot of friction because we came from different divides. We were viewed as from the parliamentary side, and then the others came in from the civil society, and somehow we were not able to bond very well the first time. But thank God, out of our own initiatives, sitting, talking to each other, having a cup of tea, we were able to bond and to move and do the work of the commission. Chairperson, we had a major problem. In fact, we wasted almost 2 to 3 months squabbling in the commission. But luckily, after lots of deliberations and reminding ourselves the mandate for which we came into this review process, that is to deliver a constitution to Kenyans, we said, let's leave aside all our shenanigans, all our problems, let's come together and forge ahead and give a constitution to the people of Kenya. When I say that I think and I believe that I'm able to do the work of a Chief Justice, is when I look at what really, or the perception I hear, bedevils here, I imagine the issue of teamwork, because if we could be able to team up, and that was very, very difficult, then we should be able to move ahead and ensure that Kenyans have the best from the judiciary. I also worked for Elgeyo Marakwet County. That was in 2013. Just before that, I also worked in the task force, aligning the new constitution to the higher education. And our core mandate was, how do we have a feel of the universities and also of TVETs on the ground, that is under the devolved units? Was it possible to devolve also higher education and TVETs? For which our answer was yes, and we came up with a team that took over the work and to ensure and implement our findings that maybe you should have had universities also or TVETs also in the devolved level of government. Yes, also I was one of the council members, Taita Taveta University, in its infancy. I was made a council member, and within, I think it was within a week, report to Voi. We want you and your team to go and set up Taita Taveta University. And we went there, we found, yes, there was a teacher's college, teacher's training college, and we came up with a plan on how we were going to set it up. And by the time I left, though I left after a short while, it was on its own feet and running. Thereafter, I joined politics, 2013, finished with it, came back, went back. That is, I went to, thereafter, I joined Elgeyo Marakwet County. And that is a pet subject, because what made me join Elgeyo Marakwet County? Because somebody was asking me a very loud question about that. The salary was paltry, 109,000. Subjected to taxation, take home was 89. So somebody asked me, really, Yano, you leave your business, lucrative business in Nairobi to go to the county. But the informing factor was we wanted to go and strengthen the county by coming up with laws. So we came up as a team. We got a doctor from Elgeyo Marakwet. We got a professor from Elgeyo Marakwet to be in charge of education. I went there to be in charge of the legal part. We had an agriculturalist, about 6 of us. So we left Nairobi and went to the county. And I was able to do my part. And as we are talking right now, it's not a secret. Elgeyo Marakwet have the best county laws, and it is leading in county laws, courtesy of getting out of this place to go and help your county grow, and I'm very proud of that. So as of now, I'm running Yano and Company Advocates, and to tie that to the question you've asked me, from the experience I've given you, Madam Chair, is I'm a person who goes for it. I'm a go-getter. I'm a very courageous lady. And to add on to that, I give out. I like sharing out. I don't get and keep it to myself. I'd want others to benefit from my own experience. And that's why I was able to explain to you from the beginning what I've been doing to date.
Okay, Council, let's move on to the second question. When you talk to the stakeholders about the kind of CJ they would want, they say that they want a transformative leader who can lead the judiciary. They also say that they want a leader, a CJ, who can also lead in jurisprudence. So please demonstrate to the Commission that you are this leader, both transformative and also a leader who can lead your colleagues in the development of jurisprudence.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Yes, on transformation, first of all, I would want to thank the teams that have been there from 2011 to date, because they have done transformation, that is, they came up with JTF. They've done also sustaining judicial transformation. And when I looked over the documentation, I found that a lot had been done. As a transformative leader, what I believe in is to work on what is there. And I want to look at it from an example. I look at it from where it started, where it is, and what is it I can bring in. And I want to bring in an analogy there to say, look.
And Council, once more,
yes,
I'm discouraging you from referring to any notes. Just talk to the Commission. Maybe you can keep the notes aside.
Actually, I was writing the question. I'm not referring to any notes.
Okay, thank you. All right, just talk to us.
Yes, I want to look at it from, I want to give an example. What comes to my mind is, here is a patient that was before the promulgation of the Constitution. And here is the team that has just come into the judiciary, and they find a patient, because there's no hidden secret that before the promulgation of the Constitution, we were in a very bad state in terms of judiciary. So this team comes in, they find a patient, And they diagnosed this patient, what is ailing this patient. And it came out clearly that this patient was sick, and what was ailing the patient is ABC.